For nearly 30 years, Intel wasn't just a technology company. It was the technology company. If you bought a computer, there was a very good chance it had an Intel processor inside. The famous words, "Intel inside," became one of the most successful marketing campaigns in history. The company dominated the global chip industry. Competitors struggled to survive. Investors believed Intel would remain number one forever. But today, the story looks completely different. NVIDIA, a company once known mainly for gaming graphics, has become one of the most valuable companies in the world. AMD, a company Intel nearly crushed years ago, has made an incredible comeback. Apple stopped using Intel processors completely. And TSMC, a company many people had never heard of, now manufactures the world's most advanced chips. So, how did the king of semiconductors lose its crown? Was it bad leadership, slow innovation, overconfidence, or did Intel simply fail to see where technology was heading? Stay until the end, because this isn't just the story of Intel. It's the story of how even the biggest companies can fall behind when they stop leading the future. Intel was founded in 1968, at a time when computers filled entire rooms. The company's founders believed something extraordinary. One day, every home, every office, and every person would need powerful computer chips. Most people thought that idea sounded impossible. Intel believed it was inevitable. That belief changed history. During the 1980s and 1990s, personal computers exploded in popularity. Companies, schools, governments, families, everyone wanted computers, and almost every computer needed an Intel processor. The company became unstoppable. Its Pentium processors became legendary. Then came the Core series. Each generation was faster, smarter, more powerful. For years, Intel dominated the market. Its competitors remained far behind. The company became one of America's greatest technology success stories. But success can sometimes become dangerous. While Intel celebrated its dominance, the technology industry kept changing. Smartphones became more powerful. Cloud computing expanded. Artificial intelligence began growing rapidly. The future was changing, but Intel continued focusing mainly on traditional PC processors. At the same time, another company was quietly becoming essential, TSMC. Instead of designing chips, TSMC focused on manufacturing them. It invested billions of dollars into producing smaller, faster, and more efficient chips. Meanwhile, Intel struggled to improve its own manufacturing process. Deadlines were missed. Production delays increased. New chip technologies arrived later than expected. For the first time in decades, Intel was no longer leading. It was trying to catch up. AMD saw an opportunity. For years, AMD had lived in Intel's shadow. Now, it introduced powerful Ryzen processors. Customers were surprised. Reviewers were impressed. Many computers that once used Intel started switching to AMD. Then came Apple. In 2020, Apple made one of the biggest decisions in modern computing. It stopped using Intel processors. Instead, it designed its own chips. The Apple Silicon processors shocked the industry. They were faster, used less power, and offered better battery life. Intel lost one of its most important customers. Then, artificial intelligence changed everything. NVIDIA, originally famous for graphics cards, became the leader in AI chips. Companies around the world rushed to buy NVIDIA hardware. Its value skyrocketed. Meanwhile, Intel was once again watching from behind. Today, Intel is investing billions of dollars, building new factories, developing advanced processors, and trying to regain its position. The company knows the future of technology will depend on artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, and faster semiconductor innovation. But rebuilding trust and rebuilding leadership are two very different challenges. Intel still has world-class engineers, decades of experience, and enormous resources, but the competition has never been stronger. NVIDIA continues dominating AI. AMD keeps growing. TSMC leads manufacturing, and Apple continues building its own processors. For Intel, the road back to the top will be far more difficult than staying there ever was. The story of Intel teaches an important lesson. Success is never permanent. A company can dominate an industry for decades. It can become the biggest name in technology. It can seem impossible to defeat, but innovation never stops. Competition never sleeps. And the companies that refuse to change eventually get left behind. Intel didn't disappear. It didn't go bankrupt, but it lost something incredibly valuable: its position as the unquestioned king of the semiconductor industry. And in technology, sometimes losing first place changes everything. This is the story of Intel, the chip giant that lost its crown. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to discover more unbelievable stories of billion-dollar companies, corporate scandals, business failures, financial disasters, and the rise and fall of the world's biggest empires, make sure to subscribe to Money Trap. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next documentary. Because behind every successful company, there is a story, and sometimes the biggest lessons come from the biggest failures. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next documentary.